What's up, everybody? Well, we got another small form factor gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're gonna try out that Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. Now, so far, it's looked a little better on everything, but so far it's made everything run way worse, but you'd expect that. Remastered made all the graphics better and this, that, and the other thing. So, let's go see how it runs on something like this. It should, in theory, be able to play this, at least probably 1440p and stay at 60, maybe even 4K, but 4K might be a little overzealous. We're probably gonna have to use a little DLSS, but hey, let's go hop into the game and we'll go find out. Well, alright, let's start off just maxing the game out. We'll use LIAN aliasing. I think I forgot to do that on the TV PC now that I think about it. Damn. I thought it looked a little bit worse in the aliasing department. That's probably why. Now I know. Anyway, though, unfortunately, I don't believe this can quite hit 60 everywhere, especially while recording, but we're still going to do a benchmark and go get a little gameplay. Anyway, let's do that bench. Alright, here we go. It says we average at least 73 FPS, so at least we won't constantly be under 60. But with that kind of average, we're probably going to drop a little, at least especially while we're recording. Maybe if we were recording, we would stay right at around 60. But it looks, according to the CPU, it says you might drop frames. But we shall see. Let's go ahead and, hey, hop onto the game and we'll just find out. Alright, here we go. Pretty much right at the beginning, as soon as you can control Aloy after she grows up. And yeah, even here we can't quite hit 60, we're in the 50s. Not unplayable by any means, but on a system like this, most people are going to want 60 plus, let's be honest. So they probably wouldn't just play native. I'm guaranteeing with DLSS, we'll be doing just fine. Now later on I noticed that the DLSS frame gen was kind of acting up on other computers. So I wonder if it was on here too and I just didn't notice. Like I said, this TV is not as easy to notice graphical imperfections as it is on the badass OLEDs. This is just a cheapo Vizio TV that I just brought from my old house.
What's he doing up there? He's just standing there. What's going on with him?
Alright, let's go up here and talk to him.
Aloy, you're here.
Did you want to be alone?
No. We must speak.
Oh, you're gonna go back up to your tree? Well, thank you for some lap time, Misty. I always appreciate the lap time.
Learn to hunt, learn to survive.
She probably got overheated.
I failed to teach you.
Well, that about works. Had my
Of course.
legs crossed for quite a while. I can do that for about a half hour or so. And then I start getting a little bit of like, not like no feeling on my legs, but definitely just kind of want to move them. I think I have ADHD or stuff still a little bit, so I like to move around a lot. I don't like to sit completely still, but if you move around too much, a cat will leave, so pretty much forces me to sit still.
Fire arrows.
So that's about all me can takes.
Once you have the parts, you will meet me there, at the gate beyond the village of Mother's Heart.
The North Gate? At the edge of the Embrace?
Yes. Now be on your way.
I'll go gather the parts, but I'm also going to pay Karst a visit.
Aloy, that man breaks the law every time he speaks to you.
And I'm glad he does. I want to buy a tripcaster, and no other trader will sell to outcasts.
Stock it with ammunition, then. You'll find use for that weapon tonight.
That sounds ominous. Alright, see you at the North Gate.
Alright. Let's move on to some DLSS now. Alright, now here we go. We still have base 4K resolution, but now we're going to try ourselves out some DLSS quality, which should give us more than enough power to do 60 all over the place. And it'll still look really, really good. I think that puts us right around 1440p, a little bit more than I think. I'd have to go look up the stats again, since there's so many different upscalers that I'll get confused. Anyway, let's do a bench. Well, now here we go. We average 97 now, with a max of 202 and a min of 40. And now it looks like we should stay over 60 according to everything here. Well, except for the minimums, but I never really noticed things like that. I always thought that was like just going in and out of the different areas. Heck, I still remember testing Counter-Strike where you'd get to one spot where a bunch of things would be dangling and spinning and it would always drop to like 10 FPS, but that would never happen in the actual game. So now, here we go. Let's get ourselves a little DLSS quality gameplay.
Something's really bothering me.
Pretty much right where we left off too, which works great for me. Yeah. It's pretty much butter smooth and looks great. It'd be cool if I could do 4K native on this thing, but even a GPU such as this, it's tough to do native 4K. Especially when you have the game maxed out. We probably could have done that if we just put it down to high or just picked and choosed a couple things, because half the time, even at 4K, you can't tell the difference between high and ultra in every setting. And a lot of them can be very heavy, where you drop a couple and you can gain like 8 to 10 FPS total, you know?
2 days until I get answers.
And then we'd be up at like in the hundreds.
And I'll know who she was.
Well, and still probably look about the same, but a lot of people would rather just plop everything to max, put some DLSS on, and go.
Time to gather the parts for some fire arrows. I should find a herd.
And that's why I like it. Another reason I love PC. You get a lot of options. Sucks when the games stutter and whatnot, but luckily there's games like this that do not.
I guess no one ever gets lonely in there.
So that definitely proves that DX12 can run without stuttering like crazy. If the developers know what they're doing. A lot of them, I just don't think they care. Or if they don't care, maybe they don't have time. A lot of the times, the big time boss is like, hey, you have time constraints. You get this done right now. And they're like, but the game won't be ready. It's going to suck. And everyone's going to blame us. Nope, we don't care. We want money. Could be something as easy as that. Can't always blame the developers. I used to do that all the time and still do from time to time. But I kind of do it more as like a sarcastic joke. Kind of like when I was a kid and me and my friends would play Counter-Strike. Anyone better than us? Hacker. Anyone worse than us? Noob. It was just hilarious. Can't just sit there and have fun with the game, of course, you know. That's basically what I do nowadays. I don't really care if I'm better than anybody. Don't care if I'm worse than anybody. I just have fun in the short times that I do go online for you guys. And then in single players, I especially don't care. It's a single player game. As long as I can eventually beat the game, I don't care how long it takes me. Usually takes me quite a bit longer than normal to beat games. Even games like this, I get my ass kicked a lot. Although half the time I'll also put it on hard like an idiot when I don't know what I'm doing and be like, all right, let's go. And then just get absolutely decimated into the ground. Though, at least most games will let you drop the difficulty. If that happens, so not the end of the world. Anyway, why don't we go and try a little bit of that frame gen now. So now, here we go. Try a little frame gen. We're just going to leave DLSS on quality 2. And who knows, maybe that's what was making it mess up on some of the other computers. Unless it was just them being wonky. But that'd be a little weird if the 4070 Ti Super could like use frame gen better than the 4090s, but I'm willing to bet I just didn't notice it being wonky on this TV. But hey, let's go hop in the game. Well, benchmark first. Well, alright, now it says we're going to get up to 105, max of 331, min 14. And I've noticed this sometimes with NVIDIA and AMD's frame gen. A lot of the times it says that these numbers go down a little bit. But I usually don't notice the game being stuttery. If I do, then I usually don't use frame gen, because why to use something that makes it worse? It's supposed to make it feel smoother. But hey, let's hop into the game and see what it's like. Well, alright, here we go. Let's just run around.
Right. Time to gather the parts for some fire arrows. I should find a herd.
And who knows, maybe it doesn't show up in recordings, but when I was walking around on the bigger, better monitors, I noticed like the grass and other stuff just being a little wonky as I was running around.
2 more days.
But it might not show up in recordings.
It's so many people crammed into one place. I guess no one ever gets lonely in there.
Because so far I'm not seeing that stuff I was talking about. Yep, it must just get hidden when you like screen record with Shadow Play or something. Or it's just not happening in this spot. And maybe the spot I picked does it and nowhere else does. Who knows? When I was on the 4090 rigs. But it's not like we weren't getting enough FPS. And it's not like this is real anyway. When if it was frame gen off and just using DLSS quality, that would have been plenty for me. That's probably how I'd play this game on this thing. Because that way I get over 60, and it still looks great. And it's still smooth as butter, you know? Although even this seems pretty damn smooth. I don't think I've seen any giant lag spikes, but I could have still missed it. Sometimes I sit here and watch myself shoot at this stuff and don't always look at the frame graph and what have you. I gotta keep telling myself this is not Assassin's Creed. I can't just jump on whatever I want and like hang there. This one seems to have certain places you can do that, and that's it.
It's your sister.
But that's okay.
Alara!
Alright, though. Let's move on. Well, alright. Let's get ourselves some camera gameplay now. Seems like somebody's up there. Aha, here we go. Figured there had to be a way up there somewhere.
It's your sister, Alara!
Who are you calling out for? Do you need help?
I have nothing against outcasts, far from it. But I shouldn't talk to you. I don't want to get in trouble.
I don't see anyone else around to help.
I guess you're right. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be callous. My brother was cast out, but his sentence has ended. He should have come home, but he didn't, and his camp was covered in blood.
You said your brother's camp was soaked with blood?
The Braves went looking for him, and that's what they found. All I can think about is what might have happened. Is he really dead? Or maybe just wounded? Is he suffering? Or does he need help? I can't stand it not knowing.
I'll do what I can to find your brother.
You will? Then let me come with you. I won't be a bother. I know how to stay out of sight.
I'm faster on my own.
If that is how it must be.
That is how it must be.
Then, please.
Looks like there's machines. Oh yeah, that's right, you can only climb up certain things in this game. Here's somebody's knife.
This must be Bob's camp. Better clear out those watchers.
Oh, went too far. Back up to the tree I go. Ah, I missed his head. Now where's the other one? Oh, was there only two? I thought there was three. Well, alright. Hope I need to go and get more metal. Oops. Jumped down too far. That's okay. There's plenty of medicine around.
Blood, but no body. There's gotta be more to this. Looks like a few drops of blood lead away from the camp.
Huh. Thought I highlighted it. Oh, there it goes.
Whose knife is this?
Ah, interesting. I saw that earlier.
Did someone attack Rome with it? Looks like more blood leading away from here.
But alright, let's go wrap this video on up, shall we? Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered on the small form factor PC, and it seemed to do pretty damn good. Couldn't quite handle 60 plus all the time, just maxed out at 4K though. Still average 73, but there's spots where you're going to drop down to the 50s and even 40s while we were recording, though the recording takes some FPS away, so probably would have been in the 50s had we not been recording. But still, 60 FPS all the time, it was not. But as soon as you have a little DLSS, you're golden. Just max game out, throw DLSS on, and be good with that. And if you want to, you can use frame gen. Doesn't seem to help a huge amount, but doesn't seem to hurt anything. I didn't see any crazy artifacts or anything weird happening. Maybe it was and I just didn't notice it, but hey, if I didn't notice it, it's doing a good job. That's what I always say. The second you have to do what Digital Foundry does and pull out a magnifying glass, stop the thing, go in 400% just to see a difference, that's not very necessary in my opinion. But hey, at least the option's there for those who want it. But in any case, that's all I got for you guys for this particular video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.